All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it, 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 do it now. Lick it good, suck this just like you should. Right now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack, my neck. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it, 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 do it now. Lick it good, suck this just like you should. Right now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack, my neck.
"25 ways to say shibby." Shibby! Shibby. 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 Oh, shibby. I'm so shibby. Yeah, I'm well shibby, ain't buff? Shibbiest shib in the world. As shibby as shibby can be. Shibby. 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 Shibby? Shibby. 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 Can we just stop on the shibbying? How many have we done? I don't know, about... I don't really know. I haven't counted. Me neither. 25 ways.
Dude, you just touched Christy Boner's hoo-hoo. Shibby! Low five. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Dude.
Dude, you just touched Chrissy Boner's hoo-hoos. Low five. Shibby. Hello. And away we go. Kaboom. What's up? Oh my goodness. Look at this here. 1,000 people are here. Oh my God, what a start. Let me hear it. I can hear myself. Let me see. Oh, I sound amazing. You don't need to respond. I hear the... Oh my goodness. Good to see you. Miranda's in the house. Hello. Hello. It's Saturday night. It's time to party. Look at Rebby's here. Paula's here. Oh my goodness. If there's this many people here this early, oh my goodness, you guys wait. The crowd, Abby is here. We're winning, guys. We're winning. When Abby's here, that means she's choosing us over the Scrabble board. And that's good. That's good. It's good. We're pulling her back to the unscrabbled side. Hello, Abby. I didn't think we'd be able to compete with the Scrabble board, but I knew if we just waited, you would realize how much fun we are. Or maybe you're learning how to play Scrabble with one hand and chat with the other. That's fine. I'm just kidding. It's Saturday night. Nothing planned. Nothing really planned. We can do whatever you guys want for at least 2 hours. What is it? At least 2 hours and 5 or 10 minutes. Yes. Put it down. Step away. Step away. Put the Scrabble down. Step away from the Scrabble board. Yes. Alrighty. So what do you guys want to do? Let me see. Let's share this weird screen. Let's do this. Put some music or something. What could we do? Oh, did you guys want to watch something really interesting? While I get stuff ready. Last night, Fishy, we had a video. It was Fishy's video. She let me play it. It's which one was it? It was about the false witness stuff. It was a false witness thing, and so what they did is they played. They were in a bar. I'll show you. There's people in a bar, and Fishy made a video of it, and it was like a reenactment where the people were really at the bar drinking beers and stuff. Hey, what's up, farmer? And it was really neat because they were at the bar, and then what happened is they had actors come in and get in a fight, and then one guy gets stabbed, and he's dead. And then the ambulance comes in, the police are called, and the ambulance comes in, and they take the dead body away. And these people were at the bar like, oh my God, what just happened? And then they called them back in a couple of weeks and asked them, once afterwards they told them it was fake. But at the time they thought it was real. They didn't know. Nobody knew. It was completely unplanned. And then they asked them, oh, can you describe the witnesses? And oh, you got to see this. I'm sure Fishy won't care if we watch it again because I've already watched it a bunch of times. I wish I remembered which video it was. I'm such a dope. It was something about confessions. This is it here. I believe I should just start it and see.
Testimony is one of the most important types of evidence in the justice system.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is dedicated to Fishy because it was so great. So what we're going to do is afterwards, I'm going to share. Yeah, I'll share this. So it's this video. And man, it was so good. It was so good. So you guys just watch a bit of it. Because what it is so she'll explain to you what happens. And then they do like a thing here in the studio. Or no, like they're in a bar. People are in a bar and these actors come in. And I'll turn the volume down, that's right, because it was a bit loud. So I've got the volume down below half. And they sound a little sped up, but it's really neat. It's really neat. So I'll share that and her channel too. Right. Yeah, I'll go here. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Fishy, share this. This is her Don't Hate Create channel. So I'll share that. So I'm just going to play this because it's really neat. Really neat. I've been thinking about it all day. This video. Volume's down. Let's go full. Oh. Who's watching that stuff? Oh my goodness. Track and field is so interesting. The European track and field is it's very interesting to watch. It's very interesting. Oh, are you cold? Did you figure out what all those noises were, dude? I was watching Derek's live stream and he's like, cannons were going off in the background. Oh my goodness, you survived. Well, here, let's watch this video. I'm going to finish my smoothie. I just know it's called, I have a new segment to the show. It's called the Fishy Intermission. The Fishy Intermission. She lets me watch a video like this of hers while I run and make a coffee, go to the washroom, wash my hands for Nicole. I scrub dub, and then I get back just in time. But not now. I'm not doing that now, but I'm just saying I've been thinking about this all day, and I really wanted to show you guys. Saturday night. Here you go. So if you're not sure what you're watching, this is going to be a thing about eyewitness. Listen to this young lady, get to her channel, make sure you subscribe. And this is about witness testimony. So there's going to be a bar. They're in a bar, and it's actors come in and get in a fight. It's a fake fight. These people don't know it. And then one guy's dead, and they're asked to be witnesses later on. And it's pretty wild. Let's go.
Testimony is one of the most important types of evidence in the justice system. It can be used to convict or acquit a defendant, and it can have a profound impact on the lives of everyone involved. But eyewitness testimony is not always reliable. In fact, studies have shown that eyewitnesses are often inaccurate, and their testimony can be influenced by a number of factors, including stress, time, and memory bias. In this video, we're going to explore the science of eyewitness testimony. We'll look at how the human brain processes information and how factors like stress, time, and memory bias can affect eyewitness testimony. We'll also look at some famous cases where eyewitness testimony has been challenged or overturned. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of the challenges of eyewitness testimony, and you'll be able to think critically about the reliability of eyewitness evidence. The human brain is an incredibly complex organ, and it's not always perfect. When we see something, our brains don't simply record a perfect image of the object. Instead, our brains process the information and create a mental representation of the object. This mental representation is what we remember. The process of creating a mental representation is called encoding. Encoding is influenced by a number of factors, including the following. Attention. We are more likely to remember things that we pay attention to. If we're not paying attention, we're less likely to remember the details of an event. Rehearsal. The more we rehearse something, the more likely we are to remember it. For example, if we see a crime, we're more likely to remember the details if we think about them repeatedly after the event. Emotion. We're more likely to remember things that are emotionally charged. For example, we're more likely to remember the details of a car accident than we are to remember the details of a trip to the grocery store.
Though they don't know it, they're minutes away from becoming eyewitnesses to a murder. All they know now is that the railway is a pub near the studio that serves food.
Take me all day. Why not? Take me all day. There it is now. I was just saying to you, girl, mate, right? It's the first time I've seen her smile. Sit down. First time I've seen her smile. When you was in the toilet. Just go. Just go. Dean! Sit down. Shut up. You fucking shut up. Get outside, then. Don't make no outside. Get you to me. Outside. You. Jimmy, shut up. Don't do your bag. Slide you started this. Give him in. Stop him! Jimmy, come here! Look what you made me do! He's been stabbed.
Phoned an ambulance.
Dean.
Yeah, phone an ambulance.
Bleeding. Yeah, I need an ambulance. Dean, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I don't know what to do. Don't help me. I don't want to help me. Dean.
What happened?
Where are you? Yeah, don't move. Get off me. Just don't move.
Right, we're not moving him.
He's not breathing. I don't know what to do. He's not breathing. Who stabbed him? The guy in the yellow?
He's had a stomach puncture. He's had a stabber into the stomach.
1864 Alpha. Yeah, we're stage 6 at the railway. Yeah, we've got a male who's got a puncture into his abdomen.
On my count, 1, 2, 3.
Our volunteers are now eyewitnesses. The police are handling this crime like a real case.
Once we've encoded an event, it's stored in our memory. Memory is not a perfect system, and it can be affected by a number of factors, including the following. Time. The longer it takes us to recall something, the less accurate our memory is likely to be.
6 weeks after witnessing a fatal pub stabbing, we brought our volunteers back to take part in a photo identification experiment. In the studio, we placed 10 photographs, 3 of which are the actors from the pub fight: the murderer Gordon, his accomplice Jimmy, and the victim Dean. The remaining faces were of a selection of males completely unknown to our witnesses. We then asked them to identify any individuals they recognized and which part they played in the crime.
Number 6, he was the one who was wearing the high-vis jacket.
7 witnesses picked out Jimmy as the rude man in the high-visibility jacket, although most were confused as to the exact role he played in the crime. Surprisingly, no one identified Gordon as the murderer. In fact, only one witness placed him in the pub at the time of the crime.
I think number 1, he was just around the pub.
I recognise number 4.
Number 10 looks familiar, but I don't know why.
I think number 7 was the chap who was just jumping about.
It's very difficult to say.
Number 2.
I'm pretty sure number 2.
But most shocking of all was the 2 witnesses identified the same innocent man, a man they could never have seen before, as the murderer.
Interference. Our memories can be interfered with by other memories. For example, if we see a number of people who look similar, it can be difficult to remember the details of each person. Memory bias. Our memories are often biased by our expectations and beliefs. For example, if we believe that a person is guilty of a crime, we're more likely to remember details that support our belief. The factors that can undermine the reliability of eyewitness testimony is suggestibility. This refers to the vulnerability of human memory to be influenced by external factors such as leading questions, social pressure, or exposure to false information.
Contacted, hit, bumped, collided, and smashed. And each verb resulted in a different average estimation of speed. A week later, in a follow-up interview, the researchers asked participants if they saw any smashed glass on the scene. Even though there was no smashed glass in the original video, those participants who had been primed with the concept of a high-speed crash in the smashed condition were most likely to report that they had seen broken glass. The power of a word. The following year, Loftus published another paper on leading questions and reliability of eyewitness testimony, this time with Zanny. This time the difference is even more subtle, but amazingly influential. Participants again watched a video of a road accident, this one involving multiple vehicles. Having watched the video, participants were asked a series of questions about the scene. Some participants were asked whether they had seen a broken headlight. They were asked if they had seen the broken headlight. The researchers' use of the definite article "the" in the question led to twice the number of false reports of seeing a broken headlight in the video. There was no broken headlight in the video, but that sneaky little 3-letter word led so many witnesses to swear that there had been.
Leading questions are questions that subtly guide a person towards a particular answer, often implying that certain information is true when it may not be. In a witness, "Did you see the suspect carrying a red purse?" implies that there was a red purse present. This can
So what do you guys think? There was also a video. If you want to watch all of that, you should go to her channel. I put the link. I don't want to steal all her stuff, but she let us watch that last night. But the ending, just wanted to watch the ending because it's cute.
They originally witnessed. This can lead to creation of false memories or the distortion of existing ones, further complicating the reliability of eyewitness testimony. The factors that influence encoding and memory can all affect the reliability of eyewitness testimony. Eyewitnesses are often inaccurate, and their testimony can be influenced by a number of factors. Eyewitness testimony is still an important part of the justice system, but it's important to use it in conjunction with other forms of evidence. By using multiple sources of evidence, we can increase the accuracy of our decisions and help to ensure that justice is served. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it made you think about eyewitness testimony, and hopefully you learned some stuff. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. So that was the great Don't Hate, Create. So I don't know what. Oh, what the hell? Who's watching these terrible shows? Shibby, you got horrible histories. Look at this. Oh my! I love the long jumps. They're very interesting sometimes. Look at that. Look at the long jumping. It's not like I was watching that earlier. Saw it. So what'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? The witness testimony. Oh my goodness. From this great creator. Get there. That was wild, eh? Yeah, they were just kind of sitting around watching them in the bar, eh? That was a bit of a trip, you know? So what do you guys feel like doing? How about this? How about we can do anything you guys want. I was thinking maybe we I found some stuff last night. You guys want to check it out? I'll turn this down a bit. Sorry, don't want it too loud. Yeah, I barely hear that. With those guards and their ridiculous Monica Wallace testimony. So I got 2 of these open. That one. So not this one. Boom. Okay, sorry, I had 2 of those open for some reason. The guards, these guards are amazing. And it was all about the date they started and stuff. So unless you guys had something you wanted to talk about or just freeball it and watch me just go through stuff. I had nothing planned. I mean, Dave is going to be on so soon. Another hour and a half, 2 hours, another hour and a half. So we're just gonna, I should probably do things like, you know, prepare for what I plan to do. My next show is going to be obviously finishing this Monica Walla. Wow, the things she talked about. But again, anything you guys want. This is, you don't have to talk about what I'm talking about. Feel free. Anything. Oh my God, you missed the guard stuff? Oh, wow. These guys, they're fucking lying. They're lying at their asses off, in my honest opinion, for sure. Because it's all about, and I can prove it. Like, I mean, they're all talking about days they started, and there's this whole thing about April 5th. And you caught the end of it last night, TJ, remember? You caught the end of it, and we were talking about it. The whole April 4th, they said, Monica Wallace said in her testimony that Richard Allen was not on suicide watch from the end of December of 2022 to April 4th of 2023. And then all of a sudden he starts making these wild confessions when he's on suicide watch from the 5th. And then supposedly there's stuff strewn around his cell on the 10th, April 10th of 2023. And there's all these papers, and they had to get rid of the companions. But the companions are supposed to have left before that, when he got his discovery. Yet the guards are there on the 5th. So my suspicion is that they're lying, and it's these guards. So this guard, so Galapoo is the warden. Ethan Drang, so I'll pull his up. So we'll start with him, because he's one of the guys he got fired, this Ethan Drang. He's the first guard. He's the one who receives the, I should get that up too. He receives that vanilla envelope under the door on April 5th. So he receives that one, not the note, not the letter that Richard Allen writes. It's that paper. I can find it. It's that paper where he writes on it that his first confession or whatever, where he says, "Oh, I killed Abby and Libby. I want to confess." And it's all out of order and it's really big writing, and it's on like a request sheet for him to see the warden. And it's just really sketchy, especially when Galapoo puts on it. He wants to back order the date a month. Everything is screwed up, and I can't get over it. So that's where I plan to just kind of work out, because I couldn't even finish my show last night. I was so distracted. I thought I was going to finish, but I couldn't even get close. I kept looping and looping. So this is a nonsense type show. Talk about anything you guys want. Try and distract me all you want, because Becky B is here. There's no real plan. The latest, I think there is actually. TJ, you know what? That's a good question. That's a good question, Miranda. TJ, what did you post? I saw you post something. I was half asleep and I read it and I couldn't even comprehend it. Did something happen? The appeal lawyers or something? Or, yes, they're bald. Look, bald men are sketchy. Keep your eye. If you ever see a bald guy, keep your eye on him. Or balding. Balding. Man, with my charm and personality, right, Hebs? Hebs does this intentionally. When she cuts my hair every third day, Hebby lets me out of the crawl space, hoses me down with the garden hose, and trims my hair. Well, she trims my hair first, because then she basically, instead of like giving me a bath, she hoses me off with the garden hose every 3 days. And look how short she's cutting it, Hebs. What is going on? And she says it's because she wants to see my eyes. She wants to look into my eyes when she's, dancing with me. Right, Hebs? Right. Yes, the hose, the garden hose. Every 3 days, I get my bangs trimmed really short, because Hebby wants to look into my beautiful eyes and the garden hose. Exactly. See, she knows it's true. She knows it's true. Yes. And she puts yes, the garden gnomes. Oh my God, they're my friends. Oh my God, I hang. That's what it is. I put a garden gnome around my neck to get Hebby to play with me, because she likes them better than me. Yes, the garden gnomes. And then when any neighbors come, Hebby just jumps out the front door and comes out and protects us. And if her neighbors come to try to take us from the garden, and Hebby just beats them up and wrestles them right in the front garden. Clothes go flying. Somehow and for whatever reason, I don't know how it happens, but every time Hebby gets in a wrestling match with her neighbor, it's usually a female neighbor, right? Obviously. So there happens to be a little kiddie pool, like one of the actually larger kiddie pools on the ground, and it's got pudding in it, chocolate pudding. And then they fall into it and they wrestle on her front lawn. It's weird. I don't know who. You should have seen it. I wish I had I'm trying to get the tape. When the cops pulled up, I'm trying to get the dash cam. It's amazing. You got to see it. And none of that happened. Except, well, there was a whole garden gnome incident, but that's everything else I kind of fabricated. But there was a garden gnome incident. So what we're doing here is I'm going to look for that paper. So TJ, did I miss? See, I asked TJ a question and then I didn't pay attention. Or maybe she didn't even answer me. Oh, look at, see this? I remembered. The state requested. Oh, right. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yes. So we have to, thank you, TJ. So there's an extent. Yes, exactly. I read it. Look at this. V will be so proud of you. V, when you get here, if you watch the replay, I asked a question. I almost forgot about looking for the answer because I got distracted with this one and her garden hose and this one, and I got distracted with the garden hose, but it's good. The emojis, I love the emojis, right? Good God, good grief, good God. Farmer, you should have heard Farmer. Oh my God, I was trying to watch his live stream and there's cannons. There was a Civil War enactment, right? My inner thigh. Exactly, yeah. Yes. It's Saturday night. What do you do? Inner hair hosed. Yes. That's what Abby. I don't get to choose it. Heather, that's our plant. That's been our Saturday night thing for the last 3 or 4 years. I don't even know how long I've been in this crawl space. She just lets me out to do the garden hose, cut my hair. We do what I play with the garden gnomes. She wrestles her neighbor in pudding and then puts me back in the crawl space, handcuffed. Oh my goodness! Until my hair grows in 3 days. Hey, nature, what is up? Don't you be sorry. You got to work on a Saturday night. Well, we're here for you. It's a whole show of just nonsense. So if you can listen in, you're going to hear some nonsense the next 2 hours. And we're going to go to, I pinned at the top of the screen, the stream there, chat. Paula, Pop Culture Paula, is going to update us when Owl on the Prowl, the man of the Saturday night, it's his night. It's his night. He's an artist. The Owl on the Prowl. He does an amazing show. It's a true crime. He picks the top 6 or 7 latest things in the last week, updates us on true crime from last week or the cold cases or stuff. Don't you dare be sorry, young lady. No, ever. Don't you dare be sorry, young man. Look at this guy. So Owl on the Prowl, we're going there at 1. It's 11:30. So in about an hour and 40 minutes at 1:10 a.m. East, 12:10 a.m. Central, 11:10 p.m. for you weird mountaineers, and 10:10 p.m. for you wacky West Coasters on the Pacific West Coast. All right? So that's where? Tell me V's here. What? I haven't seen V. Who's LOLing V? Did I read that? Oh, is V here? No, she's not. Oh, V's a busy lady. But you guys are amazing. Look at 150 people listening right now. What was I going to say? Yes, live. Fuck it. Don't write it. We'll hose him live. Don't write it. Fuck it. We'll hose him live. What's that guy? Bill O'Reilly did that. Don't write it. Fuck it. Tammy's here. I may stroke out. Oh my goodness. Is that what we're doing on a Saturday night? Stroke it out? Oh, what game? What game? Update us. Oh my God, you people. My team, my Toronto Maple Leafs beat, oh my God, who did we just beat? It was, oh shit, I just watched the whole game. Oh my God. I'm an old confused man. I forget who they played. Toronto Maple Leafs beat, holy fuck, Vancouver Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks came to Toronto, and the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Vancouver Canucks. It was a great game. So the Bears are playing. Anybody has updates on your sport teams, feel free. This chat is, especially tonight, but any other night, you guys. Any other night. If I annoy you, mute me and find somebody who's interesting, has good live streams, and then you can listen to them. But if their chat is boring, get your butt back here and just talk with these lovely, 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 fine people in this chat. I command you. All right? We're doing nothing. I have no plans. I'm an idiot. I'm a 52-year-old balding grandpa with a muffin top. I'm a dope. I can only read. I'm going to read. So that's what I was going to do. This guy had an amazing live stream tonight. Amazing live stream. There was a Civil War reenactment in the background. I heard cannons and bombs going off. It was interesting. It was very interesting, Derek. But did you figure out what the noises were? Oh my God. There was explosions happening in the background. This guy's out in the middle of the field, right? He's got like 100 million acres he's on. And he's hearing explosions and seeing UFOs. And this guy, he's got a bleached white hole on his car, in his car, right? Everything. This guy is a wild man. And look at him. You should have seen him earlier before he shaved. He looked like he was like 45 or 50 easily. Then the guy shaves, and then look at him. It took like 40, literally takes 35 years off when he shaves. He just took this before the show started. It's this real selfie of him right there. He shaved and took his hat off. He shaved and had a shower, and he cleaned up. And look at it. He looks 35 years younger. That's the real deal. Right? So, man. So, fuck it. We'll do live. That was amazing. Yes. Don't write it. Fuck it. Don't write it. No, don't write it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. That was a great one. Did you guys ever see you saw it with Derek will know, the Howard Stern, the phony phone call with, I think it was the Captain Jenks or whoever called up. Who was that guy? And talking about OJ. His live Bill. What was the guy? What was that reporter's name? It was a really big deal. The phone. Who called him up? A fake phone call when the OJ Simpson live was live, and the guy calls up and he goes, "Hi, Mister. You see them?" He's like, "Yes, I see OJ." And he's calling in. It's like millions of people watching the news, and OJ was the chase was on, and all the news people were playing it. And the guy calls in, and they put him on the air, and it's like 60 minutes. I forget the guy's name. Peter Jennings, maybe, a huge reporter. And the guy tricks him, and he says, "Hi, we have a caller. He's calling in. He's saying he's looking at the OJ car chase." And he's like, "Hello, Mr. Whatever. What do you see?" And he's like, "I see OJ, and he looky scared because there's cops all dicked up on this Bronco. Oh boy." And then he's like, "Oh, can you explain to us?" "Yes, I see OJ looks scared. And I like to say, Baba Booey to y'all, and Howard Stern's penis." And then he's like, then they realize, oh, we just got pranked on the air. That was wild. It was amazing. Why am I telling you that? I don't know. All right. So, guys, this is what I'm doing. Absolutely nothing. And for TJ caught the end of it last night when she came in the chat. Man, these guys are amazing. These guys are amazing. These are the suicide companion guards. And everything about is sketchy. Everything they say is sketchy. So what I'm doing is I'm getting there's that thing that gets passed under the door. It's 311. I'm pretty sure it's 311-ish. So yeah, it's definitely something. Exhibit 311. I'm getting better at this. So if you have any requests, Paula, the Bears won their wild card game. Great. Is that good? All right. So Tammy, is that good? Is this good, Tammy? You're not going to have, what was it? You're going to have, what was it? Oh, you're not going to, are you going to stroke out or no? And it looks like it's good with the exclamation points. I believe it's a good thing. That is good. Boy, oh boy. You guys talking pot, West Coasts. Awesome. 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 Any requests? It's Saturday night and we're complete nonsense just for me to loop and doopy doop. So you could just look at yeah, that's what I'm doing. No. Well, I'm not going to read for sure. Yeah. Because we're going on Dave. So, because Walla, I'm not even halfway through Walla, but I'm going to finish it. Tonight's show, we'll be back to Cyril Shibby. I'm going to be the one who every night reads a day of this testimony. Maybe I'll have to continue it the next day but I'm going to do it. Look at my live streams. I mean, I'm going to go start the beginning every day for the, it's ridiculous. This was over a year and a half, a year and how many months ago? Almost a year and a half ago. I know it's been covered, but I feel like every time I read these, it's like, oh my God, I forget. I learned something new. I put two and two together. I'm just talking about it. I know he was convicted. I know he, but, and if you believe he's guilty, that is totally, I'm hear you. This whole process is everything these guys say, every single one of their testimonies. This guy, he gets fired because he doesn't want to toe the line. Every one of them is so sus. And the sus is about Monica Walla. You know what? I'll start with hers because she's the one who says, and that's another thing, TJ. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start downloading them and highlighting them. So that's what I'm going to do with Monica Walla right now. That's what I'm going to do because she's the one who starts this, because she says that he wasn't on suicide watch. So what I'll do is this one. I'm going to scanning for viruses. No viruses. Who cares? Saving this testimony of lunatic Dr. Walla. And so when I open it, I can then mark it up. There we go. So now I'm opening it. So look at this. I'm getting good at this. I was practicing earlier. I can make, this one is the one. I can highlight it here and make it big. So now when young Shibby, how do I close that off? Can I or no? I guess I have to keep it open, right, while I'm doing this. But, you know, young Shibby can do this. Boom. And then I'll get lost. I'll get distracted. Where was I? Where was I? Boom. Boom. I'll get rid of that. So I'll go back, right? Can I make this go away while I'm still coloring? Or does this have to stay open? I can't make it smaller. Whatever. It's okay. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I unblocked you. How you doing? I had a moment. Welcome back. Bears win. Sorry, bud. You're back. Everything's good. You don't hate me. I forget what. It was just know when I hid you, it wasn't because of what you're saying. It was just I think I caught a little of Fishy's PMS that day, and I just kind of. So glad I unblocked. I started fresh. I thought I'll unblock a bunch of people and see who comes back. Look, all right. So glad you came back. I'm just a confused old man, and so just know it wasn't what you were saying. I just felt kind of like I was having a weird day. Right. So I'm glad you're back. Yeah. No, that's good. No, you don't have to be low key. No, it was me. It was me. You don't have to be low key. It wasn't what you were saying. It's just kind of like, I think maybe you were behind or something, because it felt like you weren't even, like you were saying you wanted to talk. But I don't, you know, it doesn't matter. But how I took it was like, if you wanted to talk yet wouldn't respond to anything I was saying. So, but who cares? So don't feel you have to be low key. I'm not like an emperor. I don't want to rule, right? So don't feel you have to be low key. If you have an opinion, please state it. I mean, I wasn't that. It was just you don't need to. Well, I accept your apology, and I'm sorry too, because I was I don't know. I was having a moment, but also just the whole, you know, I don't know. I felt just like you would answer. I was answering your questions. You weren't answering mine, but I was having a bad day. Fishy's PMS was in the room. And I think I caught some of Fishy's PMS. It might be contagious. And I was being a little baby. All right. So fresh starts. Look at it. New year, bro. Look, great attitude. Great attitude. New year. I did that. That's what I did with the new year. I basically unblocked everyone except for the people that came in like there was like 3 or 4 real trolls that came in. One day I was talking away and some guy came in and said, "You're an asshole. Your voices suck. I hate you. You fuck you know." And I was like, "Whoa." Well, that's what I didn't. But everyone else, I unhid or unblocked or whatever. Everyone. And there was only 3 or 4 or 5. But it's a new year, and again, but don't feel you have to be low key in that sense, because you were never rude or you know. So don't feel you have to. You can't say your opinion, right? So I was having a moment. Wasn't me? Yes, that's a great song. I saw you, it wasn't me. I saw you having I banged you on the bathroom floor. What was that song? Something but the bathroom floor. Just That the song, Pat Habs? So guys, it's Saturday night, we're chilling out just until Dave gets here, and it's wild. How do I get rid of this? Can I mark things up? And I guess I have to do this. I can't see. I want to do the markup. Maybe I'll just open it up when I have something to mark and close it back. But I'm just trying to do this. Like, can I save that? But when I hit nah, I'll just open it back up when I find something. But this Monica Wallace, so do we agree with that, guys? That she says, and if you want to talk about anything, guys, feel free. All right. Hey, David, what's up? Tonight is a free for all. No apologies. Fresh start. 2026 New Year. everyone, it wasn't heavy, it was not heavy. The big kid is in the house. David Rogers is here. 210 people. I'm not downloading anything. This is just, I downloaded the PDF instead of just opening it. Like I opened the PDF, like I downloaded it. Like, you know, like when you go to these, right? I downloaded it. So instead of just opening the Google Drive, I actually downloaded it to my computer. So now this is the PDF. It looks the same, right? But I just did that because when I find stuff, I want to be able to do the, I want to be able to do this. Like, ooh, say I wanted to remember this. I wanted to be able to mark it and then close this back up. And then that stays because I see, you know, all those other professionals do that. Teresa, and so so you have to open it as, you have to download it to your computer, then open it as a PDF. Because now this is my copy on my computer. So I can mark it up, you know. So, oh, I don't need to edit it. I don't want to edit it. I don't want to. I don't even know if I could. There's a bunch of other things I don't want to mess with. I just wanted to be able to do this, open this up in case, because if I wanted to remember what she said here, and then I'd be able to close it. And then, you know, we would go, oh, where was that? Where was that? Oh, it was right here. Kaboom. But again, so I'm going to start fresh. I was just doing that as an example. I should have been doing this all along, you know, because this is me just poking through, trying to find where she said he was there from the end of December. He was on, from the end of December to April the 4th, he was not on suicide watch. So January, February, March, he's not on suicide watch. I just found that. I didn't know that. And then those suicide companions come in. There's a whole bunch of sketchiness with that. Well, what does that mean? Are you confused, TJ? I am doing that, but I've saved it to my. I'm not editing their copy. I'm not editing the one on the website. I've downloaded a copy of it to my computer. It's my desktop, Shibby's desktop. This is mine on my computer. So I'm editing it. Yeah, I'm highlighting it so I can remember on my copy things I want to remember. Yes, this isn't theirs. This is now mine. I downloaded a separate copy to my computer. This is my computer I'm on. Right? So I'm editing, I guess, but I'm not. It's not their copy. I downloaded their copy. See, I downloaded it to my computer. Right? I saved it to my computer. Then I opened it. And you're seeing my computer desktop now. The PDF. That makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Well, it just stays there. Look. This is on my desktop, yes. That's why we've been talking. You've told me to do that a few times. So the middle one, yellow, I've made it thick. So if we want to remember this, then I just close it up and it's, look, we go away for half an hour. And where was that? Where was that? Where was that? Oh, there it was. The TJ highlight. Because I know you asked me a couple times to do that. Well, I don't know what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I'm not changing anything. I'm not editing the words. So I guess I don't even know if I could. I don't want to. I don't want to fix their spelling or anything. I want to be able to remember stuff like Teresa and them do. That's all. So, okay. So now I'm going to find it. If you guys feel free to talk about anything you want. I'm so happy you're here. Saturday night. Maybe I should put on something more Saturday nightish. What do I have that's copyright free? More of a Saturday night vibe. Let's try this. Go away. Oh yeah, I have this. Let me see. Ooh. This is for Abby. Just gonna let these play through. I don't even know what they are. This is just, I got them from a copyright free website. Excuse me. And I downloaded all the licenses, and it says you can use these as a YouTube creator person as for free, copyright free, no worries. So I found the ones I liked. So, right. Yes, I agree. You know, I guess I'm editing it. Yes, but editing my copy so I can remember what I wanted to read. Yeah, I agree. Whatever. I don't know why we're even talking about that still, but all right. No, well, I didn't know how. I mean, I just figured it out earlier. So maybe before I told you I couldn't, it was because I guess I didn't even really try. So unless you guys have anything you want me to check out, let me know. As of now, I'm just kind of farting around looking for Monica Walla on day 11 or so of the court, where she says Richard Allen was not on suicide watch. And then the reason why is because it starts on the 4th. He's put back on suicide watch. But then on the 5th is when all those confessions start happening. So that's what I am. Anything, let me know. In mine, yeah, probably. I don't even know if it's saved. I'm not sure. I have no idea, TJ. Good question. So if I were to close this down, does that go away? I'm not sure. I don't even know. Oh, I don't want to print. You're good point. Good point. You know what, TJ? Thank you. Because if I go through doing this, that's a good test. How about I do that? So let's see if I can locate this on my good point, TJ. Because this is the time where I should be figuring these out. So let's say I'll open this one, right? This is the one I'm opening. All right. So let's say I'm the very first one. I'm going to highlight it. Good point. I should know this. Yeah, because if I spend an hour or two highlighting these, and then will it save? So I want the thick one. So I'm going to, oh no, I want this yellow, and I want the thick. Just one quick highlight, zoom. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. This is the TJ highlight. Let's call it TJ highlight. So let's see. Good point, TJ. Good point, because if I spent a lot of time doing this, now let's say, so I'll locate this on my desktop, right? I got the folder it's in. It's this one. Let's see what happens when I close it down. If I open it back up, will those be there? I should know this. I just kind of figured it out. Smarter people have probably done this a bazillion times. Okay, so the TJ highlight is here. Do I need to save it, or do I just shut it down? Will these be there? That's the question. Oh, leave the site. Leave the site. So I'm doing this on the site. So the changes won't be there. So how would I go about saving this? Would I then save this? Should I download this one that I've saved with your changes? Oh, TJ, you helped me figure this out with my changes. Boom. So then this one, yeah, I should replace it because it's on my desktop. Oh my God, TJ, you just saved me. Yes, I'm So I guess I'm opening it. I'm kind of opening my own. Like, I'm not modifying their copy. Just want you to know. However this works. I'm going to leave. Like I don't know. On the website, you can view it. I mean, Google. I don't even know how this works. I'm not even sure. I guess I'm viewing it on my... I don't know. There's no way I'd be able to change theirs, right? So I've just saved this on my desktop as this. You know, the changes will be there. The changes will be there. Right? So if I go back to that folder and open this up, yeah. So I've saved it on this copy. So thank you, TJ. Thank you, because I would have spent, if I spend time doing this, I need to so you find the document and open it in your Google Docs. There's. You download it, and then you open it on, then you open the PDF. Then I open it in the PDF form. Then if I do all these changes, I got to save it again and hit save or download, whatever it is. I can download this copy, the one I've messed with. Thank you. Thank you. Because I've been wanting to do this for so long. So it's called the TJ Highlight. I'm keeping it there. That's the title of this. Thank you. It's so good. Because, yeah, I've wanted to do it. Every time I see Teresa sends me her copies and they got all these highlights, and I'm going to learn to do it today. Today, but I don't do it. And I just did. Thank you. So just anything I do here, I've got to remember to re-download it on the one I'm messing with. So when I open it up, boom. See? So that's the one I'd saved, and I opened it, and it's all there. Boom. So now the whole next hour, I highlight things. Oh my God. I'm like an investigative reporter now. Thank you so much. I swear to you, I'm truly grateful. So I'm an idiot. I probably would have pushed that off again. What am I even listening to? I don't even know what we're listening to. It's free copyright music. Said party stuff. This has a good vibe. Let's go with this for a few minutes. So let's try this. I don't even know what it's called. Has a good vibe. So that's what I'm doing, guys. And when I ask questions, I'm remembering to come back. And hopefully, cooking shows are great. Talk anything you want. Anything you want. Would like to have my own channel. Go for it. Do cooking. Well, it's pretty easy. Do you have a computer? I guess the only thing is getting it, I think, on a computer, because I tried stuff on my phone, and my computer's so much easier. And I guess just not playing copyrighted stuff is the hardest for me. Trying to do stuff and not play copyrighted stuff. So I don't know. If you want to go live or make videos like other people, I'm learning how to make my own videos now. So the first thing was the thumbnails and just doing live streams. And it's actually not that hard if you have a good computer. I have a Windows computer, and this is a 52-inch screen I'm looking at here. And I'm sitting in a recliner looking at my 52-inch screen. It's on top of a big thing, and I'm in front of it. I have another 52-inch below it, and to the right I have another 52-inch. And then in between them I have a 30-inch monitor with all my security cameras, so I can, so basically I have 4 screens I'm looking at right in front of me. And this one I'm sharing. The StreamYard is a whole other screen. I'm controlling the show on StreamYard, and I have everything there. And on this other screen, I have the YouTube chat and other things I can do on the internet. So I have 3 screens. So that's, I think, why it's easier for me on a computer for whatever you do. In my opinion, I hear people doing stuff on just phones and that. And I think that sounds harder. Like, you can call in, I guess. I've never done it. But once you start trying to do all this, for me, I need at least 2 screens, because I'm doing StreamYard on a whole other screen. So to share this to you guys and to be able to read it, I can't do it on my other screen because it has StreamYard on it. So it's pretty easy. Just do it, screw up, and it eventually gets easier. If you watch my first live stream, I talked literally for half an hour, whatever, and I didn't even have myself up on stage. So just learning to put yourself on stage, testing your microphone, making sure your mic is not muted, and just trial and error. You screw up enough times, that's how I learn. you can do your own live streams through YouTube. He was talking about having a cooking channel or something to do cooking shows. I'm a great cook. So Anthony had said he would like to have my own channel, just not tech savvy yet. Only thing has stopped me. Well, if anything, if you can get yourself a $200-300 Windows mini PC that plugs in multiple monitors, and just, I'm using TVs with plugging in HDMI to have monitors. I have two 52-inch TVs that my brother wanted to get the better ones and he didn't want. So they're a little older, but they work perfect for me. And this other one is like a 60-inch LCD, the older style. And I got it used like on Craigslist like 5 or 6 years ago for $40 or $60. And it works perfect still. So if you get a Windows PC and you can just plug in those HDMI cables and set them up as their own monitor. You got to extend the desktops, and so if you're going to do YouTube live streams and that, you need to have. So that's all I was talking about. Who cares? What? Oh. What happened to Anthony's channel? Anthony Greeno? I don't know. I haven't seen Greeno. But that's what you can do through YouTube. So when I find this, I can make the marks. That's where we're at. We're dropping people. Chat is dying. So you guys throw anything in you would like. Let me know if there's anything you want to cover until Dave comes on. Because Paula, the moment Dave comes on, will let us know, and I'm going to go there, obviously. Are you sure about that? Did you ask him? Is he? I don't know. I don't know. Are you Greeno, Anthony France? I didn't know. I don't know. He used to be? This... I don't know. I don't even know the guy, really, if he even were. I don't know. Oh, well. Oh, I already have the new tab up. Yep, I do too on my other, yeah. So whenever Dave goes, we'll know. Well, that's what I'm doing. Yep, I agree. Yeah, I mean, like, if there was a specific topic on Delphi, not any, well, I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm doing. I got the documents up on the screen. You can see the screen, right? Yes. So I think that's the main part, because once you see her say that, it's weird. Weird that she says that he's not on suicide watch. And then the day he starts suicide watch, all these guards show up, the suicide companions, the inmates are gone, and then there's all this weirdness about that. So I read them all, TJ. Yeah, I can. Right here. I read every single guard. Yes. This live stream, I read them all. And it started here. I did Galapoo. So there's a 9-hour stream 3 days ago. It has Galapoo, where I started day 10. When you see day 10, and here I read every single guard testimony. It's 8 hours and 44 minutes. Okay, DJ? So if you missed it, the guards are right here. I did it a day ago. 8 hours and 44 minutes. Every single guard testimony is here. Every single one. Drang, Clemens, Roberts, in the correct order. In the correct order, I read every single one of them. Ethan Drang, Michael Clemens, Michael Roberts, James Early, John Miller, Brandon Fisher, Raymond Smith, and Jason Bedwell. He's in Wabash. So, Yes, I can read it. I already did read them. All right. Thanks for asking. So, day 10, part 2. Westville, SIU, the Suicide Companions. Every single guard is in this one. Every single one. And I finished with the very last guy. All right. Well, of things I haven't done. Okay. So suggestions of things I didn't just do yesterday or the day before. But that's what I'm doing. Wait. I'm going through them. I'm going to open up all the guards, but I'm going to start with Wallace because, yeah, I will open up the guards again because I'm going to highlight their PDFs because of this is what I'm looping on now to show you. It's everything that's suspicious about what I'm looking for now has to do with every one of them guards. So that's what I'm doing on right now. So first need to do it because I want to start marking these up instead of being so like, see how I'm now? Imagine if I look, because I found all this stuff. So if I did the responsible thing and did the whole marking up the other day, I would be now going through and looking at all these great markups because I kind of, but I was just reading and I'm just kind of learning what to do. So, but she talks about him being on suicide watch. So if I find that, I can highlight it just so I'm positive that's what she's saying. So I want to get things right. Then when I open up each guard, things they said, oh my goodness, it's a weirdness, every one of them. And there's a weirdness about their forms, how they're printed out, their initials, the date they started to become a suicide companion. And oh my goodness. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I agree. Especially, she's got 177 pages. So if I did this, because all the stuff I was talking about when I read this, I should have did the highlighting then, because now I would be going through and finding things. Boom, boom, boom. Exactly. I agree. I'm just like that. So I should have done it because then what I'm doing now would have been so much easier. So I've figured it out. Oops. That's right. But sorry. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Just know that when I find Monica Wallace saying that, I can highlight it because it's to the core of what I'm about to look for after. And I just want to make sure that we get it right. And yeah, so this is Monica Wallace testimony. And you see, I should be doing it on this one. See, because I opened hers and I saved it. And this is mine, the one I'm opening the copy. So now I can do the highlights here. This is 177 pages. I'm not a professional, guys. So this whole microphone issue, every one of them, it drives me bonkers. I know it does for you guys. All right. I agree. I should have done it from the beginning of me reading all of these, because I noticed if I watch a replay of mine, I'm doing just this, wasting time looking for stuff that if I highlighted it, I would have, and even better, I should write notes in my iPhone that correspond. So things that are important, because I knew I was coming back to look for this. So this is what we're doing. And just don't feel you're saying anything wrong, because look at, you kind of poking me has led me to do the right thing. So thank you, TJ. I totally thank you, because I wasn't even thinking of doing the highlighting. And I mean, I should be. I've wanted to. So APOD. So any talk of the cubicle 2, I got to highlight. But most importantly is her saying he's not on suicide watch from the document. So this is her. This is the one he puts under the door. But, so it's really sketchy to me. And I just know something's not right about this. So the whole 15 minutes, intervals, but that's not her. But here it is here. On the 4th, his status was changed. Okay, so here it is here. So let me just find out what I wanted. So it's when he's on suicide and the companions. About companions, so you're referring to suicide companions. So, okay. So every time they say companions, that's suicide companions. But those guys, how many days were the inmate suicide companions? So when we're talking suicide companions, I'm going to remember to be specific. If I say inmate suicide companions, it's the guys, the inmates, and the guard suicide companions. Because we need to know the difference, because the guard suicide companions replace the inmate suicide companions. And they're there on the 5th. So if he doesn't start his suicide watch until April the 4th, how are there all those suicide companions even there? Because they're there a lot. Is it just that one day? No, they're there for weeks or days. So I suspect that from the 5th to the 10th, when they say he wrecks his cell up and makes a mess, I suspect that the suicide companions are the ones that heard all these confessions, and these guards may be not telling the truth. Every one of them. There's something sketchy about every one of these guys when they started to be a suicide companion, not an employee of Westville. When they start their suicide companion job position. So these guys have all worked there before. So there's a distinction of when they started as suicide companions, and then all their paperwork seems messed up and their initials, and it's just something sketchy about each one of these guys. And this first guy gets fired and doesn't seem like he wants to lie for them. It's just really sketchy. So this is the first part of it. Outlines why he's on suicide watch. So she says it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Thank you, TJ, because when I highlight this, it's basically to the root of what I was basing this whole thing on. So with regard to the point on April the 5th, so when you started seeing Mr. Allen on November, so this is Monica Walla. So we're going to go through this, and I'm going to highlight this because it's very important. So the first document is from April the 5th. This is the one that slid under the door and Ethan Drang guard is the one that gets this. So with the report then later to be able to, and also there's a few numbers of exhibit numbers to show us these documents. So suicide monitoring, right? So this is Walla talking about the suicide, the reason for the placement. In this first one, it says he will be placed on a suicide watch, close observation, and they'll have 15 minutes. So basically, most of the guards in the beginning are sitting there watching him, and every 15 minutes they write down that they're there, and if anything else happens in between, they also write that down. They said, and the guards are professionals. So basically, these confessions are legit, because these guards aren't running around telling people and all that. But I have a feeling that these confessions were made to the inmate companions. And if that's the case, they couldn't have been there, because the guards are there on the 5th, and he doesn't start suicide watch until the 4th April. So I have a feeling that the inmates were the ones that heard all this from between the 5th and the 10th, when he messed up his cell and they said the companions were no longer there. All the guards said they were there, and I think they're lying. My honest opinion. I think they're all, here it is, on August 4th. So this is it. I'm going to choose, it's this one, choosing yellow and thickness. So on page, first I'll highlight this page. It's this one. So he's put, oh, that's on the 4th, his status shape. But then he goes back off of suicide watch. That's right. Now, wait, the 4th. So they're talking about April the 4th, not November. No, it's not November. It's now on the 4th, right? Sorry. He was not on suicide watch, and he was placed on suicide watch. So prior to April 4th, were you seeing him daily? Mm-hmm. So in December of, so he was, this is her answer. So the prosecution's question is, what would have been the frequency of your visits? Monica Wallace says, so when he came to us from the RDC, he was on suicide watch. I'll close this down. I think I'm missing something. From there, and he remained on suicide watch at Westville for a month. So December, so in December, he's on suicide watch at Westville, right? But in December of 2022, he was released from suicide watch. She says it. So, and he was off suicide watch all the way up until April the 4th. This is exactly what I've been looking for. So between the end of December to April, he was seen only once a week. So he wasn't on suicide watch for the first January, February, first 3 months of 2023. He was not on suicide watch. This is the prosecution to Walla. So now this is what I'm going to base everything else on. So I'm glad. So between the end of December and April, he was only seen once a week. So here we go. I'm going to write this S W. So when I'm looking for it, I'll get better at this. My mouse is just so. All right, perfect. So he was placed on suicide watch. So prior to April 4th, were you seeing him daily? No, because he was not on suicide watch. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because the guards are there on the 5th. The guard is the one who receives that note under the door. But if the guard was there on the 5th and he's only put on suicide watch on the 4th, those suicide inmate companions seem like they were there a whole lot. Hey, what's up, Carol? You found me. My love, you're here. And Kelly, hello. What we're doing is we're just kind of riffing it until Dave comes on. So, I'm not really doing anything special, guys. I'm just kind of, after Dave's on, I may read a little bit if you're still up, or if you get a notification, or I think I should have this prepared so when I do tonight's show, it'll be so much better. And Pop Culture Paula will be updating us the moment Dave goes live, which is probably in less than an hour. He's got an interesting show. I do enjoy that because he talks about 6 completely new cases or different or cold cases and spends 15 to 30 minutes on each one. So it's really enjoyable. Although this doesn't seem to be doing so well, so maybe next week I won't be doing this again. So prepare that too. Because I don't think people are enjoying this as much. So next Saturday night, I probably won't do this pre-owl party stuff. Just to let you know. I've committed tonight to it, but I think I probably would be better off just continuing my show. And I can watch Dave in my ear, so, and I can chat while I'm doing this show too. So that's most likely what I'll be doing next week. So there's that. So he's on suicide watch. Excuse me, one sec. On April the 4th, right? So now watch this with this Drang guy. Ethan Drang. So I'll put him next. So did I do that? So I should, well, when I close this down, I should remember to save these, because these I'm gonna do these and mark them up, because this is my investigation part of it. So I've done the whole reading part of it. So I could download, scanning for viruses, and then I save it, and then I find it. I just open this one because this is the one I've downloaded. So then I can close this one down, and then I can mark this one up. Boom, TJ. So this is just a great learning for me to actually be able to do things properly. It's what I should have been doing all along. Because, I mean, if I just do that first and I read, it's the exact same thing. So I don't know why I haven't been, but I'm going to move on from that. So, well, the main thing is like with Wall has got 177 pages. So for me to go looking through this, sure, it's on page 26, but I feel like when I want to find this kind of stuff, I never find it. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to mark up copies and then resave them for myself, because this is basic what I want to. I'm going to be looking for this again to prove. I just want to make sure I read them again and get it right, because I want to get it right. Like, so when he came to us from the RDC, he was on suicide watch from there, and then at Westville all of December, basically he was on suicide at Westville. In December, he was released. It was the end of December. So between the end of December, they don't say the exact date, of 2022 to April the 4th, he was not on suicide watch. But those suicide companions are there a whole lot. And if those guards are starting on the 5th for those, this guy starts his companionship. Look at when they all start. So if you think about it, guys, think about it. If this guy starts his companionship on the 5th to receive that, when are the inmate suicide companions there? Because he's only put on suicide watch the day before, and those the inmate companions sounded like they were there a whole lot. So I suspect that these guys are all lying, that all these confessions were made to the inmate companions, not to these guards that they're trying to say at this trial. I believe it. So if you guys think that's off, let me know. I could be wrong. Right. That's exactly. I should have been doing this all along, because this is now the copy I'm kind of looking at through my computer, right? Or when I save this will be what I save. And obviously I wouldn't be able to modify the one that's on the site, right? So when I open it, I need to download it and then open up my own copy. So doing this, when I shut these down, they'll be the ones saved on my links. So look at this guy. This is the first guy. And another thing I've been suspicious about. So first off, the suspicion for me starts with the date. Obviously the date. This guy is the one who receives the manila envelope under the door, right? And his initials are this. Now, I've also suspected that what if those suicide companions, what if the guy's name was, this guy's Ethan Drang. What if the suicide companion that wrote these, that got that first confession was Edward Drang or Edward Donut, but he puts ED. And then Ethan Drang is a good guard to throw here because his initials are also ED. So I'm not saying that's a small thought I've had, probably nonsense, but it's just one. But that's not the main thing I'm thinking. That's just a tiny. That's not the one thing. But so he starts on the 5th and he receives this document, and these are important because I don't believe these guards are on suicide companionship from the 5th to the 10th. Because on the 10th, it sounds like when they really remove those inmate suicide companions. I don't think all these guys receive these. I think they're lying. Or there's something really suspicious here. Every one of them has something suspicious. So he wants to draw his attention to the suicide companion watch report with the date from April the 5th of 23. Remember, he's only put back on suicide watch, Monica Wallace says, the day before. This is a guard. Yet, when are all those inmate suicide companions there? if he's only put on this, if he's there the next day. These guards all start on the basically the first day he's put on suicide watch. So, oh, he sees her way back. And okay, so when he's not on suicide watch, he's seeing her once a week. All right, he sees her once a week. So in the beginning, right in the very beginning, she starts seeing it. So in December, if he's on suicide watch, she's seeing him daily, I believe. But when he's not on suicide watch, she sees him only once a week. So prior to April 4th, were you seeing him daily? No, because he wasn't on suicide watch. So from day one, she's seeing him. The first month he's on suicide watch, sounds like she's seen him every day of December, every day. And then when he's off of suicide watch from the end of December 2022 to April the 4th of 2023, she only sees him once a week because he's not on suicide watch. Then when he's back on suicide watch, April the 4th, she sees him daily again. All right. So that's one thing for sure. Oh, we'll be there. I'm going to shut this down, so I'll be there for sure. But maybe next week I might just do my show and not do this pre-show, because I have another computer where I can listen to Dave and talk as if I'm and do this at the same time. So I'm not even sure what I'll do, but a bunch of people came in, and then it's like everyone's leaving because I don't think people enjoy this as much. Sorry, you know what I'm saying, right? Or I should maybe find something better to do for a Saturday night. That's probably it too. I should be more party-like. But this is it. So we'll continue. April the 5th. So this whole April the 5th really is weirdly suspicious. Again, I'll say it. Every single one of these guards starts on April the 5th, and that's when these big confessions are made. They're saying, I believe these confessions are not made to this guard, that they're made to the inmate companions, and these guys are saying they were there. I believe it. So here's the confessions that are big confessions. Here, this one. Here's the slip under the door. This guy receives it as a suicide companion on April the 5th, and he's a guard. He receives the slip, and I'm going to find that exhibit number 2, because a manila envelope on April the 5th. So everything is so suspicious about these guys. Everything, especially when they start. Look at Officer Drang. You don't work at the DLC anymore. Nope, it's just Ethan Drang. He got canned. Mr. Drang, on April the 5th is the date of this log sheet was completed, right? Yes, sir. And at 7:19, 7:21, and 7:25, Mr. Allen is crying. Yep. He's screaming. Yep. From a mental health standpoint, it's pretty bad, right? He says, I'm no mental health guy. So here, he's saying all these things, but I honestly believe it's not to these guys. He says things like, I think I'll come to prison cured my depression. Yeah, okay. Like as if you would think it's good for him to be there. Come on. That's what they're implying too. Would he pull him out and he'd get to speak to? Yeah, because when he's on suicide watch, she was there every day to talk to him. But when he's not, from the end of December 2022 to April the 4th, he's supposedly not on suicide watch. And there's this whole thing with this March 15th. It must be a mistake. There's a note with a date from March the 5th. I hope we get the opportunity to tell the victims, right? So this is that thing. But he receives it on April 5th. How can there be this date on it? So this is where it starts getting really sus. Because April 5th is after March 15th, right? This guard receives it on March 15th and it has this date on it. And he receives it April 5th under the door. And it has a date and Galapoo. And these are his confessions. So if those are suspicious dates, Man, that's bad for them. I don't know how this got through. I do not know how this got through because each one of them is super suspicious. But when they started there, look at here, so these are questions from the jurors. Were the contents in the yellow envelope slid under the door at 4/5/23 as noted on your log? He's like, so they're not even answering. This is just them having a sidebar. So here's the question from the jurors. Were the contents in the yellow envelope slid under the door on April 5th, 23, 8:05 a.m. as noted in your log? Yes, they were, right? So what he's saying there is that he's the one who received the confession he wrote. And the exhibit number is this one. Pretty sure it's like 311. It's after all the guards. Obviously, we don't get the guard stuff because it's his health. Has to do with his health records, HIPAA. So. So what's up? Hey, Dewey's back. Oh, Walla? Yeah, exactly, Dewey. Right. We all, yeah, she was there. And then it's like they have her there. They tried to do it in December, have her there every day, but he didn't. Then they needed to break him for 3 months and send her back, right? Then look at that. You're right, Dewey. Yeah. And TJ, it seems they got 3 months to break him, and then boom, first day he's back on suicide watch, she's there. Confession, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, confession. Yep. That's what I'm doing. I will highlight, but I need to find that because it's what they're talking about. It's the 311, I believe. It says the manila envelope passed under the door. Oh, here it is here. 2 night. So the rest of these aren't there. And Monica Wallace CV is there, but we need these reports for some reason. So here it is. So I'll save this one. So suspicious. You know what? I should open this one up. I should see if I can do the same thing. If I download this, 292. Remember that? Save it. And then I could, where are you? Be here, right? So 292, look at this. So now, now when I want to highlight it, oh shit, I won't do that again. I'll get it ready. I can go to the middle one, large, yellow. And the only thing I don't like is how it's out of the screen on mine for some reason. Oh, maybe I should zoom it in a bit. There it is. Okay, so this, he writes down, this is Galapoo writing March 5th, 2023. January, February, March 5th, 2023. But the guard says he doesn't receive this until April the 5th. So he tries to backdate it for a month for some reason. It's another suspicious thing. I'm ready to officially confess killing Abby and Libby. Richard Allen. I hope I get the opportunity to tell the families I'm sorry. No date from him. Right? Galapoo wants to date this a month earlier for some reason. So it's very suspicious. So I got that open. There's one more exhibit that has to do with this. Google, Liggett, Richard Allen, Google, Mullen, Liggett, interrogation, no. There's one more that has to do with the inmate stuff. It's a form that's looks modified too. So try to find that. So how about this? Maybe next weekend I will plan a more fun Saturday night show. This is okay. You know what? I need to do this, but I could probably do this on my own time, but what the hell? The hell? Saturday night should be a little more fun, I think. So it's, I believe, I'm not sure the number. It seems like the one, why is the warden one here? So, and then her, it's not her CV, but I'll open it just in case, because some of them are definitely not that. There's a thing that's a little slip that's from these warden guys. And it seems to be like the numbers are cut off on the left side, and it's really weird. Videos not listed in the clerk's index. Bree Wilbur Snapchat. Yeah, Riley's is better than that. Offered a third. So CAD report. Which one is this? No, this isn't it. Units that the two juveniles were seen at the old middle school gym. Wow. What time? 6:20 p.m. Check the area. Old middle school. Ping. Wells. So it's 6:38. An advanced check. No, he's there at 5:45. What are they saying here? That guy says he's there at 5:45. Wait a second. It's Catrone, Mitch Catrone. If this is Mitchell Catrone. Wow. Dispatcher. So Mike Patty called. That guy says he talks to Mitch Catrone, the cop, right away. What time? Yeah, 5:19. So he's patched through. He calls 911 or whatever. When he's patched through, Catrone, Deputy Mitchell Catrone, the first cop that arrives, says he's talking with Mike Patty. He's patched right through to him. They're dropped off at the trails. So 5:15. So they dropped her off at the trails by the bridge. Hair, she is short with blonde hair. Her friend Abby, they did not know her last name, but they have been trying to contact her parents as well. What? They don't know Abby's last name? Wait. So who's calling this in? Because it was supposed to be Mike Patty. He doesn't know Abby's last name. So they call, so 13-year-old Liberty German is missing. They dropped her off at the trails by the bridge off of 300 North. The Mears entrance sees a short with blonde hair, ADVD. They dropped her off with her friend, Abby. They do not know her last name, but they've been trying to contact her parents as well. They dropped her off at 1 p.m. Look at this, guys. Fucking crazy, eh? There's the 1 p.m. again. So whoever's calling us in, they say it's Mike Patty. Does Mike Patty not know Abby's last name? How is this? Or did they not ask her, tell it? Like, this is crazy. So I should do the same thing with this. From now on, I'm going to just get used to doing this. Downloading it so I can have my own copy. The CAD report. So then I will just open these so I can then highlight stuff. So this is my new thing. So I can save this to my computer and highlight. So oh, I got an alert. Dave's starting in 30 minutes. What time is it? Oh yeah. Cool. we just got an alert. So Dave's show will be, I'm sure Paula will be jumping in and let us know. She's all excited about Dave's show. It's a great show. So next week for the Saturday show, how about this? I will plan something fun. This Saturday night should be fun. I will plan fun. Games or entertainment. Anything. I will find things and have it ready. Yeah, because I thought this would be a good idea, but I'm sorry. Turns out it's not so great. So next Saturday night, I'll either do my show or plan better. But look at this. So, man, this is wild, eh, TJ? Have you seen this? Wowza. So Mike calls in 5:15, and they patch him. They must, because Deputy Mitchell Controne says he talks to Mike Patty. So whoever's calling us in, which they're saying is Mike Patty, maybe they didn't ask, but if you say 2 girls are missing, and the other one is Abby, but they don't know, they didn't ask what her last name was. They say they don't know her last name. They're not asking Mike Patty because he obviously would know her name. Last name is Williams. And they were dropped off at 1 p.m., the same time the FBI says. Turns out that it was around 1 p.m., so it was probably 5 to 1. And then it turns out that that's probably the real time, 12:55 p.m. They're dropped off at. I bet. Because if you look at the Who's Your Harvester video, it says it's adjusted 54 minutes to 1:49. So if you go back 54 minutes, it's around 1 p.m. Same thing and even back then, the FBI confirms it a month later when they write Ron Logan's search warrant. They say this again, and the FBI is the one who noted in 2024. They're the ones who noted the 54-minute time change. So back then, they weren't acknowledging it then that the cameras were off 54 minutes because the FBI on Ron Logan's search warrant in a month and a half or so, on the 17th of March, they write down the girls were dropped off at 1 p.m. And they're the ones who also noted on February 19th, the 3 days after, that the Who's Your Harvester video was off. So they, in Ron Logan's search warrant, they would have known the time was 1:49. They would have known that because that's what they changed it to, but they hadn't changed it yet. So they didn't. So that's why everyone's thinking 1 p.m. because that's the time. How could they, if it's 1:49, how are they saying 1 p.m. on the original report? These people are all lying. He's at the Freedom Bridge and Samuel Milroy. Who's Samuel Milroy? So at 5:30, see, Mitch Controne is the cop that shows up. And at 5:30 or so, he shows up to the other side of the bridge. Right? Man. This is to Carroll County West. So Mitchell Controne is supposed to be the one that talks to him and goes out there. Mitch Controne, but who's this guy? So he's at Freedom Bridge and Samuel Milroy and at this time. So at 5:30, somebody's at the Freedom Bridge. Have been trying to contact her parent as well. D5, who's D5? ADV. So, D5 is at Freedom. Is this Derek? He's at the bridge. And Samuel Milroy. And UTL at this time. Who's at the Freedom Bridge at this time? 5:30. 5:30 sent text to Liberty's phone. Who's doing that? This is Derek. What? out on the foot walking the trail. Well, this time could be all those people. So at 5:30, oh man, this has a lot of info in it. Jesus. Let me check. I'll double check. Double check on my laptop. Let me see. Maybe it's down. No, it's for sure working, TJ. So you should either refresh because it's 1,000,000%. I've got it on my. You should either refresh because it's working. So if you lost sound, double check what's going on. I have it on my laptop, a whole other computer, and my other screen. I'm on a whole other computer, and I'm watching it. It's a bit behind. So, oh, Dewey said that. Sorry. It was Dewey. The sound is working good. So if you've lost sound, maybe leave and come back or something. But sorry, I just saw TJ's, and then I read I lost sound. But it's Dewey. Dewey says, look at. No, it's working good, bro. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I saw your photo and I read his comment. My fault. Dewey says it. So Dewey, sound is working. You know what? He can't hear it, right? So I should probably do this. If he can see the screen, let's see what happens. I think in this situation, he'll probably figure it out. He might have done something. But, yes. Well, yes. Well, I saw your picture and I read this. Yes, you're right. And for no reason, I would have done that, right? I'm only kidding. Yes, I stereotyped you as a... No. Oh, Bluetooth is fixed. Okay, good man. Good man. Yes. You almost got TJ in trouble. I'm only kidding. Because she did that one time, and it was me. I had myself muted. So, you know what? You should always do that. Because then it's good. Anytime you think you lose, don't... Because then I can double check to make sure it's not me, and then we can figure out it's you. But yeah, most likely, yes, troublemaker. But for every one trouble, you give me 9 good things. So I've figured it out that the pros and cons are very much worth it. So the one time you were wrong, the other times you help me out. If you ever think there's a sound problem, let me know. And it's always good for me to remember to just, I unmute my other thing and I listen, let me know. And it's always good for me to, and I can check there. And I can also check on my laptop, which is a whole other, it's like one of you guys will be watching this. I can double check to see what you guys are hearing. So it's good. Don't ever feel like if you lose sound and you're not sure, don't feel bad saying it, because it's good for me to every now and then to think, I can just easy for me to check. I just, on my other computer, you don't hear this one in my right ear. I can unmute my other YouTube and I hear it, and then I mute it again. It's perfect. So I should do that more often. But it definitely reminds me to do that. So look at this, eh? So look at this in the 911, the first report. From the first report, there's always weird discrepancies, right? Everything's got a weird discrepancy. So they're saying they don't know Abby's last name, whoever's calling this in, or they forgot to ask. So they say there's 2 girls missing. Liberty German and her friend Abby. And somebody doesn't think of getting the other girl's last name, or whoever they're asking, he knows their last name, so they must not have asked. That's just a small thing, but they do not know her last name. Okay, whatever. Is that the 911 operators? So they're trying to contact her parents as well. So they're trying to get a hold of Anna. They were dropped off at 1 p.m. Then there's this weirdness. He's at Freedom Bridge and Samuel Milroy and UTL at this time. So they sent a text to Libby from Freedom Bridge, out on foot walking the trails. CP and what children were wearing. And Abby's information, Abby's mother is Anna Williams. Okay. So they spoke to the grandfather, which is Mike Patty, the legal guardian of Libby. Findings on the east side of the trails. Negative findings on the east side of the trails. East side. Well, yeah, that's where they're all at the Mears entrance. Yeah, that's probably what they're talking about. So 5:50. So at 5:47, they're out at the High Bridge. Who's this? But Derek could be there by now because he's been walking around for a long time. So so they called back and aid what the girls were wearing. Libby was wearing light gray sweats with a tie-dye shirt. Well, how are they getting this so wrong? Right? It's the whole thing of Abby was wearing blue jeans with a light gray sweatshirt and a burgundy shirt under. Both girls have long blonde hair. This is their report. Whew. Look at that. Somebody reported both girls have long blonde hair. You guys catching this? Wow. So they're looking for these two girls, setting out descriptions. They're getting the pants wrong. They're saying they both have long blonde hair. Let's see when they fix that. Oh, is there? Yeah. Yeah, there's tons of cases, eh? Even those older ones now, yeah. It's good to go back and read them. You know, it's always good to go back and read those older ones, and you think, this makes sense now, or you know more, or we have more resources like these computers and YouTube, so we can learn and figure out more. Right. Where was that? Short blonde hair. Yeah, you're right. TJ, you're right. So this is the CAD report. If you ever want, let me know. This is wild. There, I should highlight that. You're so right. So I blew over that. So she is short with blonde hair. No. She is short with blonde hair. I did read that. Who is short with blonde hair? Is Libby short? Wait, let's read this again. Sorry. So it's not short. So they're calling in Mike Patty's. They say it's Mike Patty at 5:15, advising their 13-year-old Libby German. Their 13-year-old Libby German is missing. They dropped her off at the trails by the bridge, the Mears entrance. She is short. Is Libby short? I guess she's what? 5. She's probably. I guess you'd call her short. 5. With blonde hair. They dropped her off with her friend Abby. They don't know Abby's last name. So it's impossible Mike Patty doesn't know. So they must not have asked her properly. Sounds like they're not, I want to say it, but I mean, so he gives his phone number. Yes, for sure. For sure. Well, it is interesting. Oh, was he? Cool. So Dave is coming on any moment. He's coming on to save me from. So I won't do this as much next time. I'll either do my regular show and just listen to Dave, or I'll plan a more fun Saturday night. So I thought this would have been different. But it seems when I started this, I think a bunch of people just took off. So I don't want to scare people away. And I don't mind. I'm on here a lot. I just ramble on. But this is interesting. I should do this on my own time and have these ready to discuss. Because look at all this. They dropped them off, but no, they didn't. They're saying it's 1:49. So how is everyone saying 1? The FBI says 1 p.m. The 911 call says 1 p.m. I'm starting to think those cameras aren't off 54 minutes. And everyone's lying about that. How are they getting this so wrong? It's not like they're saying 1:25, 1:30, 1:35, sometime after 1:30. They're saying 1 p.m. It's not even close. So To think they're getting it that wrong that soon, obvious there's something else wrong here. So it's so they're saying Libby is short. Isn't she 5'4"? So I don't know if you describe her short though, but she's shorter. I don't know. And who's at the Freedom Bridge at 5:30? It sounds like if these are cops, the first ones that were there, the first one was the Mitch Catrone. He goes straight to the Weber side under the bridge. So I don't know if so CP is what? CP address is 3348 West 500. The caller, right? What? Is this where the Patties live? CP is the person? The report, like, there must be a thing for CP, right? CP would be like the caller person, or I don't know. CP 213, right? 519 Trails of 300 North. CP. So they're printing this out on March 5th, 2017. So the caller, I don't know, CP's obviously sounds like this would be the Patty's address probably. 86 Advanced TX. Phone number to 86 TX is transmitter, like their phone number. 86 is probably one of their codes. Yeah. So D5. I should find out what these codes are. 86. Like they're obviously tech calling each other or something. Or their phone calls, right? Yeah. So who is this? D5. Advised he's at the Freedom Bridge. 5:30. Because Catrone is the first cop there. And he goes to the other side. On foot walking the trails. So yeah, at this time, of course, there was what children were wearing, Abby's info, spoke to the grandpa, which is Mike Patty, negative findings on the east side of the trails. 8-9 out of the bridge. This has got to be Catrone. Around 5:45, he's underneath the bridge. So let's see when he shows up. When it becomes 1041. What's 1041 code? When it becomes he would advise D4 when it becomes like when they actually consider it missing persons. I bet you. Let's ask. I should know what these. Hey, Dee, what's up? Coming to Dave soon. We're just farting around, kind of. Pop Culture Paula is the countdown has begun because Owl and the Prowl in probably 10 minutes. He may even go on earlier when we get it. Where is east of the bridge? Well, that would be the Mears entrance. Probably. Because picture the bridge. The bridge is here. I'll do it here, but I won't. I'll erase it, but I'll just do this for now. I'll find it. So the bridge. Picture the bridge. You get on the bridge here. You go across the bridge to Weber's. Okay, and this is down the hill here, say. Okay. This is the north end of the bridge. So basically that trail will be facing north and south. And this is the south side. Now the creek goes under the bridge, right? So anything on this side of this is east. This is the east because north, east, south, and west. All right. So the Mears entrance, say the Mears entrance is here. And this is, I'll do it bigger because say this is 300 north. And let's say the cemetery is right here. Or the bodies were found there and then the cemetery, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is the creek. So the bodies and the cemetery are here and 300 north is here. Right? So The north side of the bridge, you get on, you walk across to the south side, which is Weber's. If it's on the east side, this is east. This is east basically. So through the north, but here when they're describing down in this valley, they usually say the north side of the creek. So the bodies were technically found east of the bridge, but it's really on the north side. That's usually what people are describing, the north side of this creek underneath. And underneath Weber's Drive is the south side of the creek. But technically, if you're on the bridge, this is east, right? So that's been what the confusion is for people over the years. So if you see the bridge, where you get on is the north side, this is the south side. Never eat sour worms, right? I'll put an E over here. That's supposed to be an E. This is OW. Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast. So they're talking about, so this is, they're not being very descriptive, but I'm sure they mean over here, like east of, so. But that's been the whole rub. So I won't be saving any of that. I will undo it all. Kaboom. Goodbye. It's just a, so yeah, but there is a whole bunch of, my goodness. There's a whole bunch of, I didn't even got through halfway through this and I found a bunch of things that are weird. So I can get past them calling Libby short. But the part here where they're saying they don't know Abby's last name, and if it's Mike calling in, then the only thing that would make sense is they didn't ask what, like if two girls are missing, you're calling 911. It's Liberty German and her friend Abby. They don't know Abby's last name at this point. So who they do not know. They have been trying to contact their parents. So who's they? It's got to be the 911 people, because Mike Patty them, if they're contacting at Anna, they all know Abby's last name. So this is a weird statement. It's got to be the 911 people or the cops trying to get a hold of Anna to say Abby's missing, but they don't know Abby's last name. So that's a bit weird. The gray sweatpants is weird. And the 1 p.m. time, right? 1 p.m. again. So the FBI gets it wrong. These people get it wrong. 1 p.m. when they want us to think it's 1:49 p.m. How? And it turns out a month later, when the FBI, who's just found on the 19th of February, they found out that the cameras were off 54 minutes. The FBI declares the cameras off 54 minutes, but then on March 17th, 2017, when they write Ron Logan's warrant, they still put down the girls who were missing at 1 p.m. They haven't adjusted it yet. So that whole bullshit with those cameras obviously wasn't until way after. And that guy does it in 2024, right before the trial. So they changed those camera timestamps, right? Before. It's bullshit, because none of them were thinking it back then. Because if it was 1:49, right? How would they be saying 1 p.m.? How? They wouldn't be. 1:30 would be the latest, I would think, would seem like they were dropped off sometime after 1:30. Because if everyone's bitching about Richard Allen getting things wrong, well, these fuckers are getting a whole bunch of, and this is that day. Who's saying they're getting dropped off at 1 p.m.? And then why is the FBI writing in Ron Logan's search warrant that the girls are being dropped off at 1 p.m.? When it's probably 12:55 p.m. and it's because the FBI says around 1 p.m. So it's, and then if you add the 54-minute offset, it brings you to 1:49, which is bullshit. Because in Ron Logan's search warrant a month later, the FBI is the one, a month earlier, the FBI is the one who declared that 54-minute offset. So why is it a month after are they getting Ron Logan's 1 p.m. wrong? And they can't say it's because it's in a new time zone, because then it switches from February 19th is EST, and March 7th, it switches on March 2nd to EDT. But the FBI is not getting that wrong. And if they were, it would be 2 hours off, because it's springing ahead 1 hour. because they write Logan's search warrant on March 17th, which is 15 days after the springing ahead time, adding 1 hour to the time zone. And the girls go missing in EST, which is before the spring ahead. So the FBI gets it wrong and these people get it wrong. Man, they said 1:30. After 1:30, what, 1 p.m.? No, it's not even close to 1 p.m. They're being dropped off. How? How are you getting this? Man, there's so much wrong here, eh? So they get the Abby's wearing gray pants, sweatpants, whatever. You get when he becomes 1041. That's what I was going to figure out. What's police code? Oh, look at that. I can't save that, can I? So police code 1041. Police code 1041. Beginning tour. So that's when they're starting their shift. You advise when he starts his shift. So D4s, so these are the cops. So D5, yeah. But D5 doesn't say he goes to the Freedom Bridge. With somebody? No. If that's Mitch Catrone, D5, that's cop. Mitch Catrone says he calls, and he says that like this time he says he goes straight to the other side of the bridge. He doesn't even go talk to them on the Freedom Bridge or the Mears entrance. He doesn't go there. Mitchell Catrone in his testimony is the first one that's called. They patch him right through to Mitch Catrone. He talks to Mike directly, he says in his testimony. And at like 5:30, 5:45, he's gone to the east side of the other cop. Where is it? This cop. It's got to be Mitch Catrone. But he doesn't say he's with somebody else. He's by himself. So whoever D5 is at the Freedom Bridge, that's the blue one. That's the blue bridge at the beginning. No cops said they went there. Mitch Catrone went while talking to Mike Patty, doesn't go to the Mears entrance where they're all freaking out. The first cop on the scene, Mitch Catrone, Deputy Mitchell Catrone, says he goes to underneath the bridge on Weber's private drive. He pulls in, stops under the bridge, climbs up and looks around the bridge area, goes back, and then he goes to Weber's door immediately, bang on Weber's door. Because he knew something about some chicken coop problems they've had there, and they're obviously problems. So D5, now D5 and D4 when they become 1041. So when 1041 starts his shift, so D5 is 10-8. What is 10-8? It's going to be finishing their shift, right? Police code 10-8. 10-8 means in service or available for calls. Okay, 10-8. 10-8 usually means in service. Okay. So D5 is in service. Mitch Catrone, he has to be out there. Mitch Catrone says he 8-5 advanced out to talk to Abby's. So this is when it's supposed to be Becky Patty saying she's going. So out at the trails, just east of the High Bridge. Well, they're getting this wrong. I mean, technically he would be east of the High Bridge at Weber's. Depends because you are, even though you're on the south side at Weber's. So this is what they must be talking about. Is Mitch Catrone was going, but that's at 6:05. He says in his testimony he does it at 5:45. Right. 8-9 out. This is with the cop. This has to be Catrone out at the bridge, the High Bridge, but underneath it. He's underneath it at this time. Mitch Catrone. He's the first cop that shows up. 86 advised. Who's 86? Man. 86 Freedom Bridge. These fucking codes, eh? Police code 86. Isn't that dead? I thought 86 was dead. To get rid of. refused service, slamming. But I thought 8 to 86 someone was. All those guys were complaining that 86 means dead. It's not a police code, but so police radio 1086. No. 86 is American slang for get rid of. To 86, yeah. Because there are all those people were talking about 86ing some people. Why are they saying 86 here? Oh, it's 86, sorry. I'm making it 86. 8-6. What are these fucking codes? So I should say that. I should be better. Because I'm creating something. So police code 8-6. Police code 8-6. Fuck off. Is universal, but officer needs assistance. 8-6. It's not universal. Relates to officer needs assistance. Right. So the one cop is out there and they want his shift's about to end. Yeah, that's what's going on. And he wants more people to come because something's up. He wants to go home. But he's 15 minutes before his shift ends, he's about to start a missing persons. So that's what's going on. Right. So control is 8-6. He's out there. Yeah, it's around this time. He's at the Freedom Bridge. But he's on the Weber's side, he says, in his testimony. Control is out there. He doesn't go see them first, though. So who's this at the Freedom Bridge and Samuel Milroy? Because Mike Patty's not. So Control shows up, and then he's out walking the trails. Basically, he's at the other side, and he's going to Weber's at this time, knocking on Weber's door. He says in his testimony. So 8-6 spoke to the grandfather. Yeah, he's talking to Mike Patty. Negative on the east side of the trails. Basically, I think that's so. He's 8-9. What's this? So then he's going to do police code 8-9. Repeat. Say again. 8-9 isn't standard, but often using code 9, 10-9. So what did I say? 9-10. Out of service, standby. Oh yeah, there's one. 8 is standby, and code 9 is out of service. What? Oh, these will be the Canadian stuff. I don't want. Fuck these. They've given me Canadian shit here too. So it could be out of service or standby. 8-9 out at the High Bridge. So this is probably when he leaves. Because Control says he checks where and then leaves, right? So this is D5 when he would leave 10-8 when the other guys show up. And at 6 p.m. his shift's over. Yeah. So he's at 5:55. This guy wants to go home, Control. He doesn't want to deal with this. So 6:05, 8-9, advanced out of the trails, privately owned. So that's at the Webers, obviously. With the great grandfather of Abby's residence. Wow. Who's there at 6:05? Becky Patty's got to be the one where she's out. They must be reporting that. Because Becky Patty goes to there. Maybe the cops do too. 3 hours ago, a photo was posted on Snapchat. Look at that. 3 hours ago. At 3:06. Wow, TJ. Well, 10-0 is dead. Where's 10-0 though? That's a whole different code. Who says 10-0? So what? Thank you. Well, look at that. It's 6:06 p.m. 8-6. Whoever that is, the caller or Mike, advised that 3 hours ago, a photo was posted on Snapchat by the High Bridge. 3 hours before, 6:18 is 6 p.m. So 3:06 p.m. they're saying a photo was posted. That would blow their whole timeline up. If that was correct, that would be 3:07 p.m. 3:06 p.m., not 2:07 like they're showing. Maybe that's why we can't find it, TJ. Maybe that's why we can't find it, because they're saying 3 hours ago a photo was posted on Snapchat. And 3 hours of this would be 3:07 p.m. But they're saying that Snapchat photo was 2:07 p.m. So they got lucky and got it exactly. So it was 4 hours ago. So I guess they could have got that wrong. But they're saying 3 hours ago at 6:06 p.m., basically 6:07, because that photo says 2:07 on it. But it's been written on there. But at this time, somebody has that photo. So somebody knows at 3:07, like 3 hours earlier, they got a photo. So who? Who tells them this? Where? Why can't we find this? Fucking saying it right here in the 911 call. 86 advised. Who's 86? It's got to be the callers or the parents or whoever 86 is. If we can figure out 86 is out walking the trails, probably the dad or Derek or Mike Patty. 86. Whoever 86 is. Right. Yeah. This is pretty cool. I probably should have done this at the beginning. Now we're running out of time. Oh my God, did I miss Dave? No? It's 1:17. He hasn't started. What's going on, Dave? That's weird. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to have this so loud. So you guys all coming to Dave's if he goes, when he goes? Oh, he's live. All right. Dave's up. Paula's going to tell us. All right. I'll probably just shut this down. This was fun. Maybe I'll come back on afterwards. Yep. I'll see you guys there. We'll go chat. And I'll prepare. So when Dave's done, if I'm still around, I'll let you guys know, okay? All right? I'll see you there. Let's go on over there. Have some fun. I'm on my way. So, and afterwards, if I'm still awake, I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll go live and do an hour or two to finish off the day of my shift. See how long Dave stays on, all right? Bye-bye, guys. I'll see you over there. Tell him I'm coming. I'm just going to make something to drink. I'll be right there.
Dude, you just touched Christy Boner's hoo-hoo. Shibby! Low five. Yeah. Let's get out of here.